Welcome back to the W. I'm Alice Warford reporting live with breaking news. Beloved teacher at Westlake High School, Mr. Iovane, has been found murdered in the basement at Westlake High School. The FBI has been continuously investigating his murder. So far at the crime scene, they've only found a bloody pen, teeth, and footprints. According to the autopsy, Mr. Iovane died from losing too much blood. Tyler Hawkins and I investigated a step further, talking to some of Mr. Iovane's co-workers and friends in order to establish who Mr. Iovane really was. I'm here with Mr. McClintock, a close co-worker of Mr. Iovane. Mr. McClintock, how did you feel when Mr. Iovane was murdered?
Very sad. I mean, his classroom's the other side of the wall, so it was kind of a shock. I still feel like I see him walking the halls, like his spirit's still around. But it was a big shock.
Did you ever feel that Mr. Iovane would end up like this?
No, I mean, big surprise. I mean, he's an English teacher, seen beloved by the community, so I think it's a tragic loss for all of Westlake.
Some other teachers have speculated that he participated in shady business. What do you think?
I've heard the rumors like everybody else, but I never saw that. Like I said, we were coworkers, so I would feel bad speculating on something that I don't really know about.
Okay, thank you for your time, Mr. McClintock.
You're welcome.
We're here with Westlake art teacher, Miss Morris. Miss Morris, what was your relationship with Mr. Iovane?
Well, we spend a lot of time together, especially after school, and we text together a lot.
So after school, were you guys seeing each other, like socially?
No, but we saw each other after school. Like sometimes we would have dinner here, sometimes we would have like long text conversations or phone calls like on the weekend.
So you would say that you were very close with Mr. Iovane.
Well, we were very close, but there was a reason that we were so close.
Can you tell me what that is?
Well, we did yearbook together, and that was a lot of work.
So you would say that you were heartbroken when you found out that he was murdered.
Beyond heartbroken. I mean, he was a Westlake icon.
A lot of teachers have kind of alluded to that he was involved in some sketchy business.
Oh, well, you know what? It's weird because when we would like have these like really long conversations and stuff like that was many years ago, and he wasn't sketchy. But recently, there's definitely been some like sketchier situations. I feel like he's been part of.
Any enemies you could say that triggered any of this?
Well, I know. For example, Thursday, Mr. Laturza definitely was having an argument with Mr. Iovane. They were yelling something about a manuscript.
Manuscript. Okay, interesting. Okay, well, thank you so much for your time.
I just miss him so much.
I'm so sorry. Mr. Iovane, you are missed. I'm here reporting with Mr. Smith, a close friend of the deceased. Mr. Smith, tell me, what was your reaction to the news when you found out that Mr. Iovane was murdered?
I was pretty shocked. He was a good close friend of mine. We would hang out once in a while, had some great times together, and then to hear this it's just devastating.
Did you ever think that Mr. Iovane would ever end up like this?
No, not really, although he was up to a few sketchy things recently. We had some discussions about it, but I thought he had figured it all out, and yeah, I'm a little surprised. This is quite shocking.
So, Mr. Smith, you mentioned that Mr. Iovane was sketchy. Can you please elaborate on that?
Well, I didn't say he was sketchy. I said he might have been up to some sketchy things. I don't know. It just seemed like he was all of a sudden flush with money. I don't know where that was coming from. He makes a meager teacher's salary. So to suddenly have money to buy nice cars and things, I just asked him a few questions. Next thing you know, we're not really talking to each other.
The night before he was murdered, Mr. Iovane was at an art show. Do you know anything about that?
No.
No?
No.
Okay.